Hi folks, we are back. We appreciate you sticking around for a little extra special session at the tail end here of Dragon Plus. As Sean remics, we had to reset really quickly, so appreciate your patience. As always, with us on Skype is another Wood, a Caleb Wood.
Yes, the younger Wood, the youngest Wood.
The baby Wood.
So we mentioned for folks at the beginning of the Dragon Plus live stream, Dice Camera Action is taking their season break. They're off for this week. They will be coming back next week. As part of their new season, we do have a new animated intro for the live stream, which Caleb, you created, correct?
Yeah.
How did that process go? And how big of a jerk was the art director on that process? Oh, sorry.
It was a really good process. Sean basically, he gave me all the illustrations of the characters, and those were like my models. And then from there, he said, "Make it," and he gave me carte blanche. So I asked a bunch of questions of, what would the characters do, or like what are their favorite items, and then just kind of like thinking about the classes they were and that kind of stuff. Just tried to generate some good moments.
Sean, not just your brother and in this project, your art director, but also your dungeon master?
Yeah.
He's
good.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the games and about Tooth. I was going to ask how Tooth is doing.
Tooth is great. Yeah, Sean's games take up a lot of my free time. I really think about my characters too much,
Yeah.
Like I plan out, the levels. I got 5 levels in advance, stuff I want to do, but it's probably never gonna happen. So I have to kind of squash my own ambitions. But it's good. I play a true neutral character, which kind of causes a lot of trouble. And Sean's really good about providing me with a lot of, bad ammunition.
Well, there's true neutral, which is, it could go up or down. It's chaotic neutral. That's the one I think that the dungeon masters really have to worry about.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic, but not the worst. It's not the worst.
I mean, I haven't killed any people or anything.
Right,
but I am getting into a pretty dangerous hobby of monster ranching and that kind of stuff.
Yes. Monster ranching?
Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
Is that the image I just saw of Tooth riding a catoblepus?
Oh, that was...
So, Sean basically introduced a boggle to Tooth.
Okay.
This little... He's fey, right? Boggles are fey.
Yep.
Little fey creature. And somehow, they became friends. And Tooth... Oh, I remember. Tooth bought a cow one time. Being a lizard folk, he had never been into society, so he's always hungry for meat and whatever. And he bought a cow at an auction, didn't know where to put it, and put it in the sewers. And there was a boggle down there, and the boggle turned the cow into a catoblepus.
Catoblepus. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it catoblepus? That's another one. There's a lot of there's so much vocabulary that Dungeons and Dragons has either taught me or has shown me, but I don't quite know how to actually use the terms correctly.
What's really funny is you get some of the like Mike Merles and Perkins and Jeremy, and they will all say some of these words 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see.
There's no way of knowing.
Carte blanche for everybody.
Yeah, I never knew it was blackguard.
As opposed to
black. It looks like blackguard.
Oh.
The old anti-paladin. I never knew what that was.
Okay.
And yesterday when we were playing Mordecai's Mayhem, the Nightwalker, because I wrote it down right here, the Nightwalker has enervating focus. And I had to look up what in the heck enervating meant. And it's a loss of energy or vitality.
It's venerating inside.
Enervating. You may or may not be making that up on this.
You'll never know.
Can I show a quick picture of Tooth real quick?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a little screen share, if I can figure it out. Conversation, yep.
This is high-tech stuff, guys. First time it's ever happened.
So this is Tooth.
There we go.
Is that showing up?
Yeah. Nailed it.
He's got a found familiar little octopus
Yep.
that uses shocking grasp a bunch. Lives in his stomach.
Yep.
It's a good game.
Oh. Well, they're high praise and compliments indeed for the Dungeon
yeah.
Master Day. To hear that.
It made the. It's always fun to work with artists that love D&D. So like Zoe.
Yeah.
And, you know, she came in, and then Caleb has been playing my game for a while, and he's been bugging me for a long time to do animation for D&D. And so finally, it was kind of like this was the one project. It's like, okay, I think we can afford you just for 35 seconds.
So I've always wanted to animate monsters and stuff. But
I've seen the intro a few times now. It looks awesome. We're about to show it for folks, but really quickly, if folks would like to see more of your work, they can follow you on Twitter at Caleb D. Wood. But you also have short films available on Vimeo, correct?
Yep, Vimeo, YouTube as well.
So Vimeo, folks can look for Caleb Wood. And it looks like you were also going through some of the animation process, or will be going through some of the animation process on Twitch as well, on twitch.tv/Caleb D. Wood.
Yep.
And then making sure I've got the website correct, kbibwod.com.
Yep, kbibwod.
Kbibwad. So we had Kbibwab and Wad, and we also had oh God Almighty, Zoe's was Zobo Bafuzi Art. So just things to potentially stumble over. So in any case, Caleb, we just wanted to say a quick hello, and for folks that were interested in your work, we wanted to obviously make sure that they had the links out to your sites, and looking forward to showcasing the trailer and potentially hearing more about the Dungeons and Dragons campaign as it goes through.
Cool.
So, any final questions before or should we just jump on to the new intro here?
Yeah. Is there any questions from chat as far as like before we go off? I mean, is there any other projects you can talk about that you're working on that we can look for?
Yes.
No, everything's under
all
wraps. NDA'd.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I guess this is it.
Yeah.
This is the Caleb debut.
I could go over just the programs. Everybody always wants to know programs.
Sure.
Okay.
What?
I just do hand-drawn animation in Photoshop and then composite in After Effects.
Okay.
So it's a pretty straightforward, traditional process.
Okay. Cool.
All right, super cool. Well, let's get to it. Let's showcase the new intro. So I think the way it's going to work is we're going to drop from Skype so that we can get on the video file played over. So Caleb, we're going to say a goodbye, but appreciate your patience for Dungeons and Doodles, and thank you so much for coming on quickly. We probably would love to have you on a little bit later so we can kind of go into maybe a little meatier discussion about the animation process at a future date, if that would work for you.
No problem.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, and
thanks, Caleb.
Let's show Dice Camera Action intro. Thank you, Caleb.
Peace.
Snazzy.
Very snazzy, I would say. Art directed by Sean Wood, and animated by Caleb Wood. Again, thank you for joining us today on Dungeons and Doodles, and Caleb is on Skype as well. Thank you for showcasing your work. We greatly appreciate it, and we're glad to have shown it off to folks today.
No problem. Thanks for showing.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll bid the viewing audience a goodbye. Why don't can we roll it one more time as we go out, and we'll say goodbye until next week. We'll be back at 3:30 with D&D News with Greg Tito. I believe he is going on vacation or a trip shortly afterwards, and then Dice Camera Action off this week, but back next week. So we'll roll the intro one more time, and thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks.